more happier.
The greatest happiness for a black Muslim is membership in a quasi-military order called the Fruit of Islam, Muhammad shock troops. Most of them are recruited in prison, where the Muslims gain 600 new members each year. The Fruit of Islam are trained to kill with their hands. They protect their own, and the police in at least 2 cities have found that arresting a Muslim can lead to violence. Only a few hours ago, 4 Muslims were given prison terms in Los Angeles as a result of a riot last year. Police had tried to question 2 Muslims. The Muslims resisted. When the riot ended, 1 Muslim was killed, 6 Muslims and 7 police officers were wounded. Even so, parole officials and police say the black Muslims are the best rehabilitation agency at work today among Negro criminals.
Assalamu alaikum. Brothers, this period will be devoted to physical training and why we train. And taking some words, statements from our leader and teacher, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he said, we take physical training and exercise in many ways to keep physically fit and healthy and try to get away from many of the physical ailments that we have suffered long before coming into the knowledge of Islam. Another reason why we train is because we are not permitted to carry weapons of any kind. So we depend entirely upon Allah and that which Allah has given us to defend ourselves with through nature.
The Muslims' most remarkable success has been in the rehabilitation of drug addicts, a task considered almost impossible by many social agencies.
Very good.
Brother Russell X, how long were you a drug addict?
14 years.
What was your habit?
Heroin.
How many caps a day of heroin were you taking?
Anything from 30 to 40. I had to have at least 30 caps, and as much more as I could possibly get.
When did you quit taking drugs, and why did you quit taking drugs?
I quit taking drugs in 1958 after I heard the program of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. This is the only thing that ever gave me the inspiration or the strength not to use narcotics.
Right.
He taught me that I had many people who thought well of me if I would only think enough of myself.
That's right.
So that we could come together and love each other.
Right.
And have some of the good things of this earth.
Oh, yes, sir.
And he opened the door for me to show me that some of the good things of this earth could be mine.
Right.
With just a little effort.
Right.
And following him.
That's right.
When you did shake the habit finally, how was it? Was it very difficult, the withdrawal pains?
Absolutely not. In fact, after I heard the program of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, getting rid of the drug habit was simply, that was incidental. My biggest problem at the time was trying to get a suit to wear to the temple.
I first heard the message in prison, and I accepted, but I accepted it when I was in the street, once I was released.
What are some of the crimes that you performed in order to get money for your narcotics?
Well, I was a pickpocket. I was a con man and robber with the gun. All of these things, my narcotics addiction forced me to do this.
What difference do you feel in yourself now and as compared with the time when you were an addict?
Well, I have confidence in myself. I know who I am.
I was a drug addict ever since 1946. The narcotic I was using was marijuana, known as reefer.
How long were you an addict?
From 1946 until 1957.
And what made you shake the habit?
I heard the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Have you served any time in prison?
Oh, yes, sir.
What for?
For many crimes: burglary, robbery, auto theft, kidnap, and many other crimes.
Were these to pay for your reefers, for your marijuana?
Oh, yes, sir. Directly so.
What do you think made you adopt drugs? Why did you go on the habit?
I was disgusted, frustrated, and despondent, and everything with my lot. I had suffered under the white man, and I was disgusted. I went to reefer and everything else. I went to wine, whiskey, and everything.
Did it help?
No, sir.
What is there about the teachings of Muhammad Elijah that made you quit the habit?
He teaches us, the so-called American Negroes, the truth. He teaches us about ourselves. He teaches us about God and the devil.
That's right.
He teaches us many other things, and they're all true. And this gives us the desire to do the things that are right. This
Right.
gives us the desire to be men and to stand
Right.
upright and to be clean. It gives us a sense of dignity.
Right.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad has done for us what no other man has done or can do.
Right.
In what way or what ways has your life been changed since you
My
left
life has
narcotics?
been changed to a life of respect, to a life of dignity, and to a life of cleanness, and many other good things. This has changed my life from the old evil way into the new way.
Right.
Did you first hear about the temple and Muhammad Elijah while you were in prison?
Yes, sir.
How did you hear about it? Who approached you, and what did they tell you?
I read some articles from one of my brothers, and he told me that this was the thing that I had been looking for. And as soon as I read those articles, immediately I knew that he was right, because something clicked. And I knew that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was teaching the truth.
Right.
And I knew that the white man was the devil, you understand?
Wife, how do you feel now that you didn't feel before?
Oh, sir, I feel good. I have a desire to be clean. I have a desire to think good thoughts, to do good deeds to everyone, not only to self and kind, but to everyone.
Right.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us, so-called American Negroes, that we are of the righteous, so we must do righteous by everyone.
Right.
And this is what I desire to do now, to be good, to live good, and to be clean morally, spiritually, and just be clean, just be right and upright and righteous.
Right.
The Honorable Elijah, the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is like nothing I have ever taken. It's a medicine.
Right.
You
That's
see,
right.
it's a medicine that has cured me of all my ills,
Yes,
because I was a sick man.
That's right.
And when I embraced the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, these teachings cured me of these ills.
Right.
I'm a well man now.
Right.
And I feel good.
That's right. As long as you stay with the doctor, you continue.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It gives him that spirit of self-pride. Gives him also the spirit of doing something for self and seeking to make himself recognized by others. I think Islam is one of the greatest religions of all time for our people in America. The so-called American Negro have to be completely re-educated. He has to be completely made over again. And the condition that he is now in, he's not fit for self, not to think of others. And Islam gives him that qualification that he can feel proud of, that he now can go out in the world and feel that he is the equal of other civilized beings, and does not feel ashamed to be called a black man or a member of the black nation.
We turn to drugs